Hello. In today's video, we'll be doing my first mock draft ahead of the Super Bowl. So, first up are the Titans. I personally think that the Titans are going to go on the offense. I think that their best bet would probably, I'm going to say they should probably take Travis Hunter if they have the chance. But Cam Ward, they need a quarterback. But I do think they should probably roll with Will Levis 1 more year because they they don't know because they don't know if he's going to develop, and this year's quarterback class is not very good. So go with the best player available in Travis Hunter. The Cleveland Browns. I think that the Cleveland Browns should probably go with a quarterback. It's their biggest need. So I'm gonna go with Cam Ward out of Miami. And then the Giants. I think the Giants are going to go with Shedeur Sanders, obvious pick, in a quarterback. Shedeur Sanders going with the Giants. And then this is a very interesting position for the Patriots. I personally think they're going to go with Abdul Carter because he is the best player probably in this draft, other than Travis Hunter. So I think that the Penn State edge rusher is going to go to the Patriots. Now we have an interesting position here. I personally think that the Jaguars go with Mason Graham because they need a D tackle here for the most team need. And then he's very good. He's 6'3", 318 pounds. He's very quick. He's very good. All right, so I'm gonna say Mason Graham. And then the Raiders. They do need a quarterback, but there's really nobody left that's very, very good. I mean, you can say Jalen Milroe's okay, but I'm not gonna go with him. I'm gonna say that the Raiders go with Aston Genty out of Boise State. And then the Jets, you never really know what they're gonna do because they need so much stuff. I am going to say they're gonna go with Malachi Starks from Georgia because he's very good. 6'1", 205. He is very good at covering, and they need a safety really badly. So I'm gonna go and say that they pick Malachi Starks out of Georgia. The Panthers are another team that needs a lot of help. I'm gonna say that the Panthers should go on defense and get Will Johnson. Will Johnson had a very good year for years at Michigan. He is very good, 6'2", 202 pounds, and yeah, I'm gonna say that they take Will Johnson. And now for the Saints. The easy pick for me here would be Michael Williams, but it might be a bit harder than that because I have Nick Scorton and Michael Williams. But I think the best pick to go here is Michael Williams out of Georgia. The Bears, I'm gonna take yet another guy, yet another edge rusher. And that guy will be. I'm gonna say they take Nick Scorton out of Texas A&M. And then the San Francisco 49ers. I'm gonna say they take a cornerback in Siobhan Ravel out of East Carolina. Ravel is not going to be participating in on-field drills, but so his interviews will be very important to see how he does and if he plays if he gets picked high. So Sharon Ravel going to San Francisco. And now the Cowboys. They missed out on Aston Genty because the Raiders took him So I personally think that they're going to take Tattoo Area McMillan out of Arizona because they need a wide receiver too, or a wide receiver three. Because who knows if CD Lamb is gonna stay? Who knows if he's gonna do something? So McMillan out of Arizona is going to Dallas, and now the Dolphins come up. I am going to say that they take the best player available, in my opinion, and that is James Pierce Jr. out of Tennessee. He's an edge rusher. He is a top five edge rush prospect for the 2025 NFL draft. He has 17 and a half sacks over 2 seasons, and he is 6'5 and 242 pounds. James Pierce Jr., welcome to the Dolphins. This is a very interesting pick. I think, honestly, the the I think this might be a bit of a hit or miss pick. I think as since Penn State did so well this year, and the Colts need a tight end, I think they're gonna go Tyler Warren out of Penn State. Now, the Falcons, I personally think that they are going to go on the defense side of the football and then get Jalen Walker or Benjamin Morrison out of Notre Dame. They already have a good linebacker core, I think. So I'm gonna go with Benjamin Morrison out of Notre Dame. Okay. This is exactly where I think the the Cardinals wanted to be. So I think I'm gonna take Luther Burden to go on Marvin Harrison Jr. Okay. The Bengals are an interesting team. They could resign Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, but with them probably not going to be able to do both, and also Joe Burrow and all their defensive players, it's gonna be really hard for them to have the same spark on offense. But let's just say that they did resign both of them, both of those players, all their defensive starters and well they have any except for Trey Hendrickson. But if they do resign Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, I'm going to say that they go on the defensive side of the ball and pick up Derek Harmon from Oregon. And then the Seahawks are another interesting team. They could go quarterback. They're not going to reach that high for Jalen Milroe after what season he had. So I personally think they're going to go with a defensive player. I think they are going to go with actually. Let's switch it up. Offense. I'll take Kevin Banks out of Texas. I know that pick was a bit random, but they do need offensive linemen. So I'm gonna say they take that player I just took. So team needs for the Buccaneers are cornerback, linebacker, edge, wide receiver, and running back. I'm gonna probably take the best player in my opinion that is still on the board, and that is Jalon Walker out of Georgia. And now we have the Broncos. They are an interesting team. They have their wide receiver one, Courtland Sutton. Wide receiver two is iffy with Mims Jr. So I think they're going to take Emeka Egbuka out of Ohio State. He is a 6'1", 206 pounds wide receiver, and he is pretty good. He's been okay. I mean, he was 147 yards away from surpassing Michael Jenkins as the program's all-time leader in receiving yards. All right. So this depends on if the Steelers can get back either Russell Wilson or Justin Fields. I'm gonna say they get back Justin Fields. I'm going to take Will Campbell out of LSU. Chargers need defense. They need his cornerback, D tackle, offense, um, wide receiver, and running back. I think I will be taking, if I were them, and if me as a Chargers fan, I would probably take this might seem like a reach or a good pick. I think I'm gonna take Nick Manwari out of South Carolina. He is a 6'3", 227 pounds linebacker safety, my bad. I did not mean to say linebacker. Safety out of South Carolina. I'm gonna take him. The Packers, they need defensive tackles. So there's tons of these guys on here. And they also might want to take a offensive like a maybe like a wide receiver. They already have a young wide receiver core though, so I do think I'm gonna take Tyreek Williams out of Ohio State. And then they have the Minnesota Vikings are up next. They have a quarterback. So they have Jaden McCarthy, and we'll see what they do with Sam Darnold. So I think you're going to take the best player available right now, and that is Tyler Booker from Alabama. Texans are an interesting team. They have Stephon Diggs, but he's in contract year, I believe. So we'll see if they get him back. So I do think for now, I am going to take a defensive player. Or I think, yeah, I'll take a defensive player. And I think that's going to be Walter Nolan out of Ole Miss. Okay. So the Rams are the team that needs an offensive tackle. This is an obvious choice for me right now. It's gonna be Cameron Williams out of Texas. He is 6'5", 235 pounds. He is very good at tackle. Um, it's last year was his first year starting, but he will be good in the I think in the long run. Cameron Williams will be going to the Los Angeles Rams out of Texas. Ravens are a team. I have taken an offensive lineman, so Josh Simmons is the best one available. I'm gonna say I take him. He is very good. And then he is 6'5", 311 pounds. I'm gonna say that I take Josh Simmons out of Ohio State. The Lions need defense. So I know this might seem like a bad pick, but I'm gonna take Kenneth Grant out of Michigan. He's staying near where he played college. Why not take him? Kenneth Grant going to Detroit. The Commanders are an interesting team. They need a tight end if Zach retires. I think Harold Fannin Jr. could be good. So I think I'll take Fannin, but he's like he could be like a Tyler Warren type thing, but he cannot pass or anything. So I think I'll take Fannin in the long run. We'll see how it plays out if Zachers returns or retires or whatever he does. Okay. Mm. I'm gonna say the Buffalo Bills. I think they're gonna take I think they're gonna take the best player available on defense that they really need. Or they might take an offensive tackle. It depends. It's really on Jonah or Jahai. I think in the long run, Jonah is 6'5", 135 pounds. He is pretty good, I'd say. He's very strong, so maybe we'll see what that happens. And then Burden is 5'11", 200 pounds. And he is a second round grade, so I think I'm gonna take a better talent here and Jonah Savayena out of Arizona. Those you got your pick. Now the Eagles. I don't think they need a linebacker unless Saquon does not return. So I think they're gonna either take um Mike Green or Deod Campbell out of Alabama. I think they're gonna take Mike Green on Marshall because his season was very good. He had a very good performance at the Senior Bowl, and he could be pushed into a day 1-2 consideration. But I think he's go day 1 on the 31st pick. The Eagles select Mike Green out of Marshall. The Chiefs, they don't really need a ton, but I would pretty much say for the Chiefs, I'd go defense. I would probably take whoever the best guy available is, and that is Jahai Barron out of Texas. They pretty much need a safety, so I'll take Jahai Barron out of Texas. And that concludes my mock draft. For the full results, Travis Hunter for the top 5. Travis Hunter goes first. Cam Ward goes second. Shedeur Sanders goes third to the Giants. Abdul Carter goes with the Patriots. And Mason Graham goes second to fifth to the Jaguars. And then a key pick I think could work out very well and is a steal in this draft is Tyler Warren, 14th pick out of Penn State for the Colts. I also think that a very interesting pick for me is Will Johnson to the Panthers. I think this draft is very good for defense. What the offensive side of the ball is pretty okay, except for Cam Ward, and then obviously Aston Genty, and maybe McMillan. We'll see. So I do think that some of these picks, like in the late rounds, like the Commanders pick, Bills pick, Eagles pick, and Chiefs pick, could be interesting picks. We'll see how they work out. But if Abdul Carter, Mason Graham, Austin Genty, and all these players top 5, top 6, pan out how they're supposed to be and how they were in college, I think we'll have a pretty strong year for those players coming on the rookie season. Thank you for watching. Peace out.